What is the extent of homelessness in Butte County? An estimated 1,600 people in Butte County are homeless. About 800 reside in Chico. These are families, couples, youth, and single adults. They live in shelters, cars, on the streets, and temporarily with friends and family. What are the public costs of homelessness? A 2009 study found that the public cost for unsheltered people is over $34,000 annually in public safety, hospitalization, and incarceration. This cost is almost 5 times greater than if they stayed in publicly subsidized, supportive housing. What is being done to address it? Our local housing and service providers have moved more than 1,500 individuals out of homelessness in the past 5 years. And while we have demonstrated how to make significant change, the resources currently available fall well short of the need. The North Valley Housing Trust will expand the reach of organizations such as the Esplanade House and Sojourner's House on the Ridge.
And when I got accepted into the Esplanade House, it was the greatest thing in the world. I mean, all my kids could come home then, and there was 4 kids, and we had maybe 3 garbage bags of clothes, and that was absolutely all we had when we moved in, and it was the greatest day of my life. Okay. We had an apartment that was clean. We had people that cared. We had a team of staff who sat us down and said, okay, what do you need to do?
Homelessness imposes a large cost on society, and that there's not one size that fits all in terms of many public programs. And so the advantage of the Housing Trust Fund is, number one, it can be very specific and targeted to the particular needs of an area. And it also can focus people's interests on what problems need to be solved first. And so to me, that's important. And also it creates ways for people to get out of homelessness and to become productive in society, which then reduces the cost overall to our society.
That's the first time that I've seen actually that much effort put into this, where not only from the people that were organized it, but the people, the citizens out there actually wanted to do something to help. Not really, instead of just pushing the problem away, they want to do something about it. And that was really, some of the ideas that came out of there were really outside the box. And so that's what gave me such willingness to go along with this and stay with it, because they did think outside the box instead of, let's just build low-income housing and put some people in there. Let's get some people out there and get some help to these other people that, the services is that they truly need. Because you can't just take a guy from 3 years out in the streets, trust me, I know this, from personal experience, and put him in a house and think that he's going to be all right, because it just doesn't work that way.
We can spin our wheels and shoo away homeless time and time again, but if we're not fixing the problem, we need to invest in a more permanent solution. I can't think of a better cause than to be able to provide some kind of safe shelter from the elements for one of my neighbors that is in need.
So I knew I wasn't going to lose my home, and that was a feeling that I hadn't had in years. And that's an important feeling to have, just the security of knowing that you're going to be able to wake up in the same place every day.
The only 2 ways I saw were, either buckle down and get it done, or get back out there on the street. And I wasn't going back out on the street. I've been there too long. Like I said, with the socializing with the groups, and I felt like I was actually human again.
First and foremost, it is for the kids. Every kid deserves to grow up feeling important and loved, and like they're part of something, like they belong. And kids lose that feeling when their parents are active in addiction. There's something missing. And when they don't have secure housing, they feel like it's their fault. Having the Esplanade House there for me, even though I wasn't living there, just knowing that I was going to be able to live there, was what kept me going strong for that year. That I was homeless, but I knew that I was eventually not going to be. Places like that need to exist, and they can't just exist with no money. It needs to come from somewhere. It needs to come from caring people who want to invest in not only the adults' futures, but more importantly the children's futures. They grow up happy. They grow up hopeful. They grow up to be inspirational people. They're strong. They've been through things. And they know that there are people out there that have supported them. They're going to grow up, my kids are going to grow up wanting to help people because they know how much they've been helped. We talk about the Esplanade House all the time and what they did for us.
And I just really urge folks to step back, and if they were to look at their friends and their family and other folks, everybody has struggles. And the issue is that we all need to kind of reach out and reach down to our brothers and sisters that maybe are having a struggle, because you never know. It could be a friend or a family later on that has a similar struggle. And I think it's collectively it's up to all of us to show the way, and those that have fallen, to pick them back up and help them in any way we can. And that can only really be done by individuals. It can't be done by governments or other institutions, and that's where you really make a difference.
The North Valley Housing Trust is structured to amplify your contribution with other government and financial institution investments. These matching funds expand resources well beyond what is currently available to our community. There are many more Tracys, Rays, and Nickys in our community who need your help. The North Valley Housing Trust is conducting a fundraising campaign to assist more people in need. Now is the time to get involved, to build community, and change lives.